Hey there, welcome to my green pets. I'm William Green. It is spring break for me. I have the next week off, and I'm very happy about that. Don't have any really big plans for the week. Just get some rest and catch up all the different things that I've been putting off to do. We've finally got some blooms back in the tent. Let's have a look. Back here we've got Bulbophyllum lepidum with two lovely little inflorescences. And the flowers are just so cool. And it's got several more spikes on the way, so that's exciting. That's what these are supposed to do. They kind of get to a certain size and then they bloom all these new growths at once, and it just makes a wonderful little display. Super exciting. Bulbophyllum echinolabium Hal, also looking really exciting here. I've kind of staked up his spike, and we should be seeing the first flower. I think the first flower will push out of this, actually. So that's great. Different Catasetinum types are really growing fast now. You can see all kinds of growth on these guys. And no water yet, of course, but we're getting there. Even this cute little Cattleya seedling has got a little nubbin in there, if you can see it, between the three bulbs poking up. That's going to be a really cool one. Two summer bloomers, supposed to smell really good. Blooms in early or late spring. That's great. Just lots of growth happening right now. I just watered. I've been really slacking on the water, and something's been happening in some of my plants, my Cattleyas, is that um, they will start a new growth, but then it will stop. It will abort. Um, Pretty soon into it, just it develops the little bump, and then the bump stops, and then it'll try to push another one. So I'm not quite sure what that is, if it's a question of water or if it's a question of a problem inside the plant. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I think it might be a water issue, but who knows? It's a guess. It's always a guess. Look at this one. This one, like, just decided to give up. It's done. Hate that. Not sure why. But anyway, there it is. Can't get it out of there. Still, there's plenty of things that are doing okay. And man, this Cattleya mossii, or no, this is a Trione Cassians. 1, 2, 3 new growths. Another one back here pushing. And I actually pulled it out last week after I'd made my video, because I was like, what am I going to do with all these roots? So I went ahead and pulled it out, and I put it in a pot that would just kind of contain it a little bit. Same with this big mossii. It's pushing its next growth, and it's definitely too big for this little pot. So you can see all of these roots that came out when I pulled it out of here, and luckily I didn't destroy too many of them, but I'm gonna need to pot this up sometime, but I'm gonna do that once again after the plants that have been sold have been finally shipped out, and I have some space and I can think about what needs to go where and how big a pot I can use for stuff. This Cattleya labiata, for example, it was in a smaller air cone pot, and I just pulled it out and plopped it in a big pot. I mean, there's some rocks in there to stabilize it, but it's just sitting in there. So that's fine too. Whatever. Just want to see new growth. Just want to see some flowers on this thing eventually. This is a Cattleya labiata semi-alba. Be lovely in the fall to see that. A little Cloecia rosea. It's got a new little growth here on it. And, ooh, my Cattleya hardiana. It's got a really nice, fat, new growth. I'm not going to get too optimistic, but it could be bloom size. Could be. Probably needs one or two more before it's bloom size. But yeah, hybrids do unexpected stuff sometimes. Probably won't be long before we start to see some spikes pushing out on my Vanda falcata as well. It's just kind of been sitting back here, chilling for the past few months. But it bloomed in April last year, so we'll see. And my big Cattleya Rex, the two Cattleya Rex plants, Nina and Unu, together in their big pot here. This new growth is finally splitting open, and you can definitely see the sheath inside there. So that's nice and fat. Get some flowers off that in the next month and a half, maybe 6 weeks or so. Maybe sooner. Yeah, in the realm of carnivorous plants, man, I'm really surprised at how set back these two siblings were by the mite treatment that I gave them. Basically, I just kind of scrubbed their leaves with detergent water, like Dawn dish detergent and water, and I was spraying them with neem oil, and man, they stopped pitchering. The growth stopped. The new growth is smaller than the old growth. This one doesn't look like it's even going to try to pitcher. You can see this new growth in there is quite a bit, held back. So wow, I think they're going to be okay, but it's really interesting to see how they grow quickly until something goes wrong or changes, and then they just slam on the brakes. It's really interesting. I feel like orchids don't behave quite in that way. But, yeah. Anyway, I do appreciate the fast growth on these guys. Got these cute little pinguiculas covered in gnats, doing a good job. This one's dormant. Looking forward to that pushing out and seeing what it looks like. Didn't really get a hold last year too well. This guy as well. Kind of cool. Nepenthes pervillae is looking better and better. I'm really happy about it. I have Francois May to thank. I think his last name is May. Francois May to thank for giving me some tips on how to grow this thing. And then Little Raja by Edward Siana is getting ever bigger. It's exciting. And then Nepenthes Stenophila just put out a new picture. Look at that. Kind of a cool situation here. You can see the older pictures are red-ish. And the new ones are more like this greenish color. Yeah, that's cool. I've already fed it. I already put a fly in it because that's the most exciting part, is to feed them. So yeah, doing okay. Doing okay. I'm hoping that my Spanish moss gets going here. Got a little bit down here, some up here. Also have some sphagnum that is growing in this pot, and I've never been able to grow sphagnum. I don't know what I'm missing, but it just turns brown and dies for me. I don't know. So hopefully this will keep going. And that's all I got for you. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time right here on My Green Pets. I'm William Green. Bye.